Hey guys, TrilogyVenus here, and today I'm going to be talking about Cancer on the MC and Capricorn on the IC. So let's get into the MC or the Midheaven. So Cancer on the Midheaven is not really comfortable because when you think about the MC is your career. You know, the MC is how you are at work. You know what I'm saying? So Cancer, you know, they're more quiet. You know, they're more loving and stuff like that. And that's not necessarily, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's not necessarily a good thing when it comes to the Midheaven and it comes to the career. Because when you think about the career, you know, being assertive and, you know, kind of being a little more strict, that's more beneficial in the workplace. Well, it depends on, you know, where you're working at, of course, but that's more beneficial in the workplace than you being kind of passive and letting stuff slide and, you know, not really making a big fuss about things. And I feel like that's a Cancer on the Midheaven. Cancer on the Midheaven, I feel like it's not really that a comfortable space. So somewhere where Cancer doesn't necessarily have to be out in the open or, you know, having to interact with a lot of people face to face, I feel like is a better job for a Cancer Midheaven. Because when you think about Cancer Midheaven, we'll get into the the Capricorn on the IC. So Capricorn on the IC, of course, is not comfortable in the 4th house because the natural ruler of the 4th house is Cancer. So when you think about Capricorns, you think about somebody that's strict, a little bit on the stingy side, kind of not that emotional, you know. So that means in the 4th house, in your house of home, that means that that's how they're going to act at home. So that's not necessarily a good placement for Capricorn to be. And then when I think about Capricorn on the IC, I think about money. And that's probably what Capricorn worries about the most, even in the home environment. And of course, it's okay to think about money and get money when it's on your MC. But when it's on your IC, when it's in your 4th house, I feel like it kind of disturb your relationships because it makes you not emotional in the home. It makes you only think about money. It kind of makes you a little selfish, like I said. So that's not really a good placement. And like when I think about women who have Capricorn on the IC, they're probably the rulers of their relationship. If they're not the rulers, then they're equal to the man. They're probably not that submissive to the man, which sometimes is needed in a relationship. I mean, when you think about regular gender roles, like, yeah, but I mean, if you're equal to your man, then that's okay. But if it's a man that's a Capricorn, I mean, that kind of can be not a good thing as well, because especially if you're an emotional female and you're dealing with a man who has Capricorn on the IC, he's probably not going to be really worried about the relationship. He's probably going to be focused on money. Like, it's like he's going to be bringing his work home with him because that's all he can think about is work. So I really don't feel like it's a good placement. Of course, it depends on each individual chart, but I feel like when I think about Capricorn ICs, I feel like somebody who's like friendly on the outside and friendly to like people at work, and they're loving and they're caring because they have Cancer on the Midheaven. But when they get home, they're like unemotional, you know what I'm saying? They're totally different, you know, totally different than they are at work, which of course that's everybody, but I feel like if you met somebody at work that was a Cancer Midheaven, you would probably be like, not disturbed, but you'll probably be surprised. Like once you actually, like if you start dating them and get into a relationship, because they're going to be like the total opposite. Like they're not going to be emotional. Like you're going to be thinking you're getting a Cancer, but you're going to get a Capricorn. And that sometimes can be a shock. Trust me, it can be a shock. But that's all I wanted to say about Cancer on the Midheaven and Capricorn on the IC. Thank you guys. See you next time.